So welcome to Steady Mike. This is episode 5. So today we'll be talking about different topics. I know last time we talked about the top 5 rappers, and one of our lists wasn't that great. But anyways, so we were talking about besides that, our top you could say decades. You know, I know I was born in 1986. You know, so I wasn't able to hear the 70s or even the 80s. I was able to listen to part of it. But we are going to talk about which one were the top decades. And when we say it's like music-wise, will be like English, you know, Spanish, like reggaeton and stuff like that. So that's something I wanted to say. So I'll start it off with you could say let's say the top 4 decades, since we were not able to hear all of them. I'll say the last one, of course, this decade, you could say, is one of the worst ones when it comes to music. Just because it's not my type of music.
Which one?
You could say from the 2010 and up. So it's 2010 to 2020. So that's a decade, 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So, so I know a lot of the music in the beginning was good, but now lately, some of the music's not that great. You know, we have all these.
I think like 2010s was like DJ Snake and all of that. No.
Yeah.
It wasn't really much rap.
Yeah, there was a couple of them out there, like Drake and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Of course, Drake and stuff like that. But like I said, like it sucked that they had to land on that. But I'll start off with that being my worst decade of music. You know, because of the fact that, you know, the meaning doesn't have much of a meaning to music now. Not only that, but like, it's like I'll see all these wannabe gangsters, you know, rappers trying to act hard. Which, like I said, they might be, they might not be, you know, but, you know, I'll get into why the difference of music. So that'll be mine. Worst decade of all time, you could say, when it comes to music.
I actually like the 2010s, 2011, 2012. I mean, most of the songs that were popping were mostly Drake, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Drake, who else was popping around that time? Future, no?
Mm-hmm.
Future was popping then. Drake. I liked one song, bro. I don't know if you ever heard it. It was, I think it was Racks on Racks on Racks.
Oh,
with featuring Future.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my favorite songs. I think that I forgot his name, but that fool was like a one-hit wonder, no? Because after that he disappeared, and it seems it was his song, but eventually
Future's the one that came out.
Right, the one that came on top and ended up being like the actual artist, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2010s, 2011, 2012, 2013. I mean...
So will you consider that be one of the worst decades of music?
I don't know. I can't say it is like the worst, because, I mean, there was a lot of music that I was listening to. And like I mentioned, DJ Snake and that type of music I was listening to, but as far as rap, it wasn't like the best.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like if you had to like rank like let's say 80s, 90s, and then 2000, which is 2000 to 2010, and then 2010 to 2020, how will you rank them?
Well, I would definitely rank the 90s as the best. I mean, not just because we grew up in the 90s, but I mean, there's a lot of good music. There's a lot of artists. You know what I mean? There's you know definitely early 90s, mid 90s. I mean, you got Bone Thugs, you got Snoop Dogg, you got Warren G. I mean, here in the West Coast, you had also Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had Nas. Nas been producing music hit after hit almost every year, bro. Well, I think in the 2000s, bro, I think he had one of his songs with Marley. I forgot the name of the songs, but that was around that time, 2010s, 2011s, around that time. But now the music from like But the only thing I can say is like music from the 2000 up to 2008 was also a good era.
See, and yeah,
because you had 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. Well, I mean, you had music like it was like party music in other words.
And well, that's why it goes to me like ranking the decades. I would rank the 2010 to 2020 the worst. I could say probably the third place will be the 80s. Now, it's not that I'm hating on the 80s, but it's just that I was never a part. I know we had like Rakim, Run DMC, LL Cool J. We had all these, bunch of rappers, but of course I wasn't able to be part of them. So it wasn't like I cannot rank them high. And I'll say my second best will be actually the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And my best decade actually will be from 2000 to 2010. But same fact, because you said party music. And it's not only English music, which is rap and stuff like that, but even, that's when reggaeton started pop. We had Daddy Yankee.
Oh, yeah.
Don Omar.
Everyone was bumping reggaeton, bro, no doubt.
Yandel. We had Teo Calderon.
Don Omar. And then you had the bachata too.
Yeah, we had. So it keeps going and going. I think that's why I think that's the best decade of music overall, because of the fact that we have that, and then around that time, Chicano rap was actually popping too. With that's when Little Rob made his debut in MTV with Summer Nights. We had what's his name, Mr. Capone. We had Mr. Criminal. We had all that type of music. So we kind of had a little bit of everything: reggaeton, Chicano rap, and then we had, of course, even around the time, for those that don't know, but from where we're from, corridos were popping too. So I think that's when the whole decade of music.
Oh yeah, you're right. Everything was like
the whole music industry was in that 2000 to 2010. Everybody was like on top.
Yeah, because you had some good corridos back then, and those years, dude. I remember also the reggaeton, like Wisin and Yandel also doing remixes with R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. And you had a bunch of artists. You also had Chicano artists. Even though Chicano artists were up there, they were not that up there, you know what I mean?
There was like a couple of them though, but like I said, I think that's when a lot of people wanted to get into rap.
Yeah, and but the most prominent artists were like the ones you mentioned, Mr. Capone.
Yeah.
The other one, who was it?
Mr. Criminal.
Yeah. And Lil Rob were the most prominent artists those years, right?
Yeah, so that's what I say. I think that's when it comes to music, that was the best decade at all time. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't agree with it because, of course, in the 90s we had Tupac, Eazy-E. We had some of Jay-Z. We had Nas. We had Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs, Nate Dogg. What's his name? All the West Coast rappers pretty much were coming out.
Yeah.
And DJ Quick. So, of course, the list goes on and on and on and on. And just the reason that it was just that, you get me? It was just rap. But,
E42, bro. E40 was popping also in the mid.
Yeah. So that's why I say, I ranked them as number 2 in the 90s. But the early 2000s, like 2000 to 2010, was the best decade when it came to music. Of course, and probably, I don't know in other places, but here in the West Coast and South SoCal, for me, I think that's the number 1 decade because you always had, I went through high school, 4 years of high school. My freshman year was, Chalino Sanchez and them, which is corridos. And my sophomore year went to which is like 50 Cent and stuff like that. So it was my sophomore and junior year. And then our senior year was all reggaeton. So we kind of had a phase where we dressed up as, we over here we call them chalinillos. And then, pretty much you could say gangster rap, which where everybody used to wear baggy pants. We used to be in the party crews and shit like that. And then at the end was all reggaeton. And it was all like that. So.
I think reggaeton was dying in the 2010s, huh?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
But around 2010s, bro, there was also new, I want to say corrido artists, bro. You had Larry Hernandez, you know what I mean? It was different type of corridos. Eran, ¿cómo le llamaban los corridos?
I don't want to say tumbados.
No, not tumbados. Alterados.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it was, tenían el, ¿cómo se llama el chaparrillo del otro?
¿Cuál de todos?
El mini licenciado.
Oh man, I can't remember his name. It wasn't Gerardo Ortiz, was it?
Gerardo Ortiz. Yeah, Gerardo Ortiz was popping everywhere, bro. And yeah, those were good years. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, I think when it comes to music down, I think that will. So.
But I think definitely, this year's we shouldn't talk, I guess shit about them because we got good artists, bro, out here. I mean, a lot of artists, Texans artists, rappers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like back then, we had like in 2000s we had all the Texas rappers, we had Atlanta rappers. Yeah. So we kind of had, the Dirty South, and then we had like the Midwest. All these rappers were coming out like Little Flip. What's his name? What's it? Okay, this is Before They Know Me, Now They.
Oh, Mike Jones.
Yeah, there you go. I remember I see it tagging on over there by Bristol in Sunflower. It said Mike Jones. No, who? Mike Jones.
You still got it? You still have their number or no? You still?
Oh, the 188. Damn, man, that shit was crazy. And you know what? It was funny because it was his phone number though. Like you could leave a message and stuff like that.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Those are things that I think is actually pretty cool and stuff where we always want to do stuff like that. Like where the music there, like we had a whole bunch of music out there, like crazy. Like honestly, I think that was the best era of music. But just because we had it all this.
Right now, I kind of support most of the music, rap and all that, bro. Especially because young Latino artists, especially the Mexicans, bro. You've seen a lot of people rapping, with their Mexican shirts, Mexican flags, Mexican necklace. Like Peso has not peso, but peso, to different both. They've been rapping, bro.
But you know what?
But you didn't see that a few years back.
No,
unless it was people with corridos.
But see, this is the thing though. Like the only reason I think a lot of these artists are doing it is because of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I think he kind of put people on the map with
and it's
like
not
rapping,
even,
huh?
Yeah, and it's not because what did he say? I'm the king of New York. I mean, besides that, but I'm saying that he was like the face of Mexicans. And I think a lot of them took that to heart and say, nah, like I am. And that's where I think it goes bad because not a lot of people were repping Mexico, until Tekashi started saying, so a lot of people, I know a lot of people hate Tekashi, and a lot of people, of course, because of his snitch and stuff like that, but shout out to him. I think he was doing pretty good. His music was pretty crazy. I know my son loves his music, So honestly, you can't hate him what he was doing. He was honestly the king of clout, Everybody wanted to talk shit on him. He was able to know how to do it, you get me? He was like pretty much like, he was able to beef with anybody. And because nowadays people want to see beef, that's what's popping right now. Like you want to see, who's beefing it with who, and that's what's exciting. So like as you can see, like the music, how it is right now, you don't hear a lot of like, let's say a lot of Mexican rappers right now, like Snow the Product. Her music is crazy, but you have to listen to what she says to understand it. So a lot of things like that are the ones that I'm saying that you need to hear it out, and I think that's why people don't listen to that type of music because it's not beef, it's not things that are going on like that, and I think that's why people don't listen to that music.
Yeah.
So I think that's why when he started saying that, all these guys started like, I'm the face of Mexico. So, people don't want to see boring shit, So, and it's understandable, but I think, if it wasn't because of Tekashi, nobody would ever fucking done that.
I agree on that part. Yeah, because you've been seeing everyone, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think about the? It's funny. I think I saw it somewhere on TikTok. I think people were saying that the Edgar haircut.
Oh, Edgar haircut. It's ancient.
Indigenous.
I saw that shit. I was like, damn. Because even on the movie,
not an Edgar haircut, but yeah.
And the movie, what's it called? Um, Apocalypto.
Yeah,
they have.
I like that movie, bro. It was a good movie.
Yeah, even though I didn't understand shit, but but either way, like I think that's one of the biggest things. Like people need to understand is, when it comes to music, like for me, my point of view, anybody can make a one-hit wonder song like all these rappers are doing, but to make a song that's like meaningful and stuff like that, I think it takes a lot of. Mentally you have to think about like how to write music, how to put words together, like back in the day, and I think that's why music's not the same. So that's why I always think that this era of music is probably the worst one out of all of them. People might hate it, but
I don't know. I don't 100% agree. Another reason I say it's a good era, it's because you see a lot of I don't know if you got into like, I wouldn't really call it Chicano, bro, because it's different. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of Mexican artists, bro, rappers that've been doing music with the black artists, bro.
Like if you really want to talk about Chicano music is like Proper Dose, all those type of rappers. I know a lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of West Coast rappers. There are Chicano, like West Side Cartel, the old Mr. Capone, the old Mr. Criminal. I think Mr. Criminal changed a little bit of his music. I know he took out a song with Wiz Khalifa. So I know a lot of them are switching their style. Not too much, but a little bit, enough to kind of get that little bit of a crowd in it.
But you didn't see a lot of artists back in the days, bro, like Chicanos doing with remixes or features with black rappers. Now you see almost everyone, bro. You see, a lot of Mexican rappers doing that, which is pretty cool. A lot of, I won't really say all of them are, Mexican, but, Latino, because there's definitely some Salvadorians. I think Swifty Blues Salvadorian, or half, or at least, I don't know. But they've been doing a gang of music with a lot of black rappers. So.
I know the guy from Shoreline Mafia, what's his name? Well, I know they broke up.
GC?
No, OGZ. That guy's been coming up a lot. And see, and what I like about OGZ is that he's not into like rapping Mexico. But every time they ask him, he says, "Nah, I'm Mexican, I'm fully Mexican." So he doesn't rep it, or he doesn't say, "Oh, I am Mexican," and throw it out there. But when you ask him, you can say he's proud to say it, like, "Yeah, I'm Mexican, like, I am white, I know."
If you put people like in order, I think he's kind of like above, or the first one, as far as like Latino rappers.
Yeah,
because also I haven't heard of Lil San in a good time, bro.
Oh no, I haven't heard of him neither.
So definitely, my opinion, I like the era. I like this era of music, bro. A lot of good music.
I guess I understand why you like it. Because of course, like a lot of Latinos rappers are coming out, and it's understandable. But like honestly, like I guess a lot of them still stick to that Chicano way. Like how can I say it? Like when they try to rap, like I heard a couple rappers out there, like you could say like Peso and all these guys. When I hear them rap, it doesn't fit their style. You get what I'm saying? So, because a lot of them do throw the N-word, and I think that's like something we shouldn't be doing. So I think that's a problem, that they try to rap a lot like kind of like you could say like black people, and we shouldn't be doing that. We should find our own style and do it. And there is like OGZ does throw the N-word a lot, but his style is a little bit different. Like you could hear the, like the way he raps is, and I think that's why that's a problem, that a lot of them want to kind of capture that audience, like the black audience, and which is fine. But I think if they would kind of just try to keep it into like not just like Latino style, but kind of bring out their own way, because I think that's the only problem that they have, like, is the way that they sound and the way they are, like I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So I think that's the only hard part about it. Like they should try to keep it their own style. Or not keep it their own style, but I guess what I'm trying to say is not throw too much the N-word out there, because, a lot of them really do it, and not disrespectful for me or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there do find it disrespectful. So I think that's one of the things.
Yeah.
And then you could see a lot of a lot of Mexican rappers actually say like, "Nah, I wouldn't do it. I find it kind of disrespectful for the black community to do it." Like,
but I think most of the people that say that's usually like people that are really claiming Southside gang. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So most of the people won't be okay with saying that word, the N word. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But at the same time, there's a lot of people, bro, from the hood that be saying that word. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's
Even in high school, bro, almost
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, one of our homies used to say that. Yeah, but like I say, I understand why they say it, but I think it shouldn't be saying it as much. That's what I'm trying to say. But I guess that's my.
So
view.
one times a month or.
Yeah. So that's how I rank my era. I know you probably don't feel it the same way, but that's how I see it. So like, if you would go like from 4 down, which one would be your worst era of music to your best era?
Well, I would say I'm gonna put first, the era, that was popping. You had the reggaeton artists. You had some corridos. You had
You had a little bit of everything.
You had a little bit of everything that was really popping.
Yeah.
Almost everything was popping. And then I will put the 90s era second, just because even though we grew up in it, we didn't really live it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were kids, and then this era will be last. But, not in a bad way it's last. It's just that, it's the music has changed. It's different.
I guess it doesn't fit our style. And I understand this era too, though, because it's kind of like our parents back in the day, like when we were younger, we used to listen to rap and she'd be like, "Oh, like, what the fuck you listen to that music?" Or like,
"Oh yeah,
up in the hell," like,
right.
This is the cholos and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it was in their era, but they would put like, los bukis, los caminantes, and
Yeah.
all this, and now like.
But now, our kids be listening to this music.
Yeah, I'm saying that, and that's how we are. So
it doesn't bother me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me neither, but I guess you could say I just don't. I'm not a fan of it, so that's why I say. So which one would be like your second best era?
Oh, I said the 90s.
Oh, the 90s?
Yeah, the 90s, because we grew up in the 90s, but
so
we
which one
were
would
still
be
kids.
like your third best era?
Well, this last era with, this rappers.
Your last one would be the 80s.
The 80s will be my super last
Yeah.
one. Just actually, the 80s music has some good music, but it's too old for my kids at the moment.
No, yeah. And
Maybe in a few years, I would like the 80s music, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. But the only reason I ranked number 3 is because I did listen to like Run DMC, I did listen to Rakim, I did listen to all these rappers. So that's why I do like listen. That's why I rank it. But like, I don't like this era, so that's why I rank it.
You will rank it.
I'm not a fan of it. You can say. I don't suppose to say I don't like it, but I'm not a fan. But talking about music though, I don't know if you ever get this a lot though, and this goes to like all the women rappers out there, like. Cause I always get like, I'm driving to work or stuff like that in this traffic, and of course I have a system in my car, of course nobody carries the system, but when I got it, that's how I got it, so, I like to listen to, but my music, sometimes you could say I'm bumping some like, let's say Biggie or Tupac, and then the next song, cause I have Pandora. I know a lot of people don't use Pandora, but I do.
No one, bro.
Hey, well,
only people that work in the office.
Shout out to Pandora, I'm keeping you guys in business.
Spotify.
But I'm listening to Pandora, and then bam, out of nowhere, like, so music comes out, like girl rappers. How do you feel about bumping like women rappers? Like, I know that you have like Doja Cat right now, and then you have Megan Thee Stallion. You have what's her name? Damn, my wife's a big fan of her.
Nicki Minaj?
No, not Nicki Minaj, but yeah, even her. But the other one, the one that came out on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, Cardi.
Yeah, Cardi B. What do you think about like males rap bumping that music?
I've bumped some music of some female artists, bro, but in my own discretion, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, hearing someone, outside and listening to them, it's nothing bad, bro. But I just don't see myself bumping that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm driving, and then like, you know, Bora Yellow pops in and shit. I'm like, oh shit, let me lower this shit down. Unless I'm on the freeway driving, and then fucking windows down and shit, and I'm over there fucking Bora Yellow too and shit. You know, like rapping to it. But you know, other than that, like, that's what I wanted to know. You know, and I would like people to know. You know, that watch this video. What do you guys think about that? How do you guys feel about bumping like Nicki Minaj? Like, see, for me, I'm a big fan of. I could say the only one I bump is Snow the Product, cause honestly I care less about what people gotta say, but I liked her wordplay. I like everything, so I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna bump this music.
Yeah, I like also. I sometimes blast Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
It's good music, you know what I mean?
And Eve, that's how good. Like, she's the first Rough Rider rapper. So that's what I'm saying, like, and then even sometimes, like, you know, I hate to say this, you know, I'm not a Ja Rule fan. Well, ever since he had beef with 50 Cent, you know, because I'm a big 50 Cent fan. But
hey, but that song, New York, bro, that's I like that song, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
New York, it makes me feel like I'm actually New York, bro.
Huh? You talking about Jay-Z?
No.
Ja Rule?
Ja Rule.
New
York.
Oh yeah, I know, it's in time.
It makes me want to grab my puffer jacket, bro.
Yeah, those
my black Timberlands.
Dang.
And my NY hat, which I don't own. It's, you know, LA hat or, you know, Anaheim Angels hat. That's pretty much it.
No, yeah, no. Like I said, it's pretty, but
shout out to New York though.
like I said, like Ja Rule with J-Lo, like there's a lot of songs.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's a little bit different.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like
because
like even with LL Cool J when she came out with J-Lo, like I love like that fucking song. Like I forgot the name of it, but
you can't even say Ashanti, bro.
There you go, and even her. He gave me this, so that's what I'm saying. Like it just feels weird for me to sometimes be bumping that music.
Well,
but like,
now I have another question. What about bumping, like really bumping, like having the volume all the way up, like, you know, I Need a Girl part
I
two.
actually do. I bump that shit. Honestly, I bump this. I bump Usher. Shout out to Usher back in the 90s. That's another rapper back in the 90s. You know, his music was badass. I bump him. The only one, you know, Diddy, of course. You know, even the.
Usher had good songs in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, like he had a whole bunch of them, and like that, him, and I still bump like what's those Jagged Edge? I don't think you know who Jagged Edge is.
Yeah, JD, right?
Yeah,
JD.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, these are songs that I say like they're pretty crazy. Like that I bump honestly, and that was my next thing. Like Lloyd. You know, you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't get along. You can't say no to that.
Yeah, you and what was the other song with Lloyd? I actually have them on my phone on my you know, playlist somewhere.
Which one?
You.
That's what I said.
Oh shoot. Damn, what was that song called?
See, like there's Nice and Slow from Usher. There's like I can't even remember what name.
Get It Shorty. Get It Shorty, get it.
See, those are things. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, those I don't mind bumping, but when it comes to like songs like that, like, it makes it hard. Like women, like even My Way from Usher, you know, let's keep going and going. You make me wanna.
Oh my God.
And even sometimes Boo from Usher and what's her name? I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys. Oh man, she's fine. So.
What was the? Yeah, Alicia Keys has some good songs.
Yeah, fucking what's his name? Her husband, Swiss Beats. You know, shout out to Swiss Beats. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my next question about it. About how do you feel about bumping even Usher?
I still bump Usher, bro. I even, you know, I have a playlist with, you know, Lloyd, Usher, and what was the other artist? Avant or Avant?
Oh yeah, Avant. Oh, Avant has some badass. If you guys haven't heard of was that fuck, I forgot that name.
Yeah, sorry, we're getting old. Memories are not that great.
Yeah, I know we're getting Alzheimer's.
Or, you know who Gilbertona is? Like Gilbertona?
Oh, yeah.
Like Gilbertona, there's a video where she says, que le estaba dando al Jaime.
But for all those people that, honestly, so for a lot of people that don't know about this song, Making Good Love from Avant, one of the best songs ever, you know. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard it.
I've heard it.
That's just badass.
I've also... Is he the one that makes the song So Anxious?
No, that's not. That's some other guy. I forgot. That's what's his name? Anxious. Genuine.
Okay.
I mean, that was a badass.
then I know Ivan has another good song that I like. What was the name?
4 minutes. That's what fucking the girl leaving you, man.
No.
Making love music and shit.
Hold on. There's another one from Ivan. What's the name?
From Avant?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Read Your Mind, bro. That's one of the best.
That's alright.
This guy.
Okay, but anyways. So yeah. So that's how we feel. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think about bumpy music when it comes to women music. You know, for me, this type of music like Avon,
Feminine music.
Usher.
Feminine or women's music.
Well, you can say women because feminine is kind of Usher could be more feminine music.
Yeah.
So like women rappers, how about that? Let us know what you guys think about that. You know, I care less about like bumping Usher just because I'm a male. But I know when my wife's driving, she bumps fucking Cardi B full blast, and I'm like, okay, whatever, she's driving, so it's cool. But let us know what you guys think about that part. You know, we're not sexist or anything. It's just
Definitely not.
sometimes it looks kind of weird, you know, bumping certain type of music, and that's what we want to know. You know, I wouldn't be bumping like in sync or anything like that, you know.
Bump,
So
I was gonna say bump bump bump. That's a
Backstreet Boys, I think.
No, who sang that song? Bump bump bump.
Oh yeah, it's in sync. But anyways, so yeah, so just let us know in the comments what do you guys think about this, about bumping that type of music.
Comments,
yeah.
comment below.
And so we're almost wrapping up episode 4. Another thing that
5.
Oh, 5.
5 or 4? Well,
5.
we said at the beginning.
Oh yeah, 5. Yeah, because we're still having we're uploading different things. So on our YouTube channel, the last part is, you know, I know we're eating empanadas. You know, these are Filipino empanadas. If you never tried them,
Shout out to Jollibee.
go not Jollibee.
What was the other one?
I forgot the name of it. It's
Red Ribbon.
So one thing that we're trying to do, and I'm already started it, even though I'm eating this, but I do intermittent fasting. Is in my part, I am gonna be getting not on a diet because I don't call myself getting on a diet because I do eat what I want. It's just kind of, you could say, intermittent fasting. So I will be posting up on our steady mic and my own personal Instagram.
We'll put it on the bio.
Everything we'll be doing, everything I'm eating, what I take. You know, I do go to NutriShop. You know, I'm not just trying to do it by myself. You know, I do get help. I'm trying to eat what I eat. I just don't follow though because the fact that I don't like going days with craving food and not be able to eat it. So like, let's say right now, I ate an empanada, well 2, but throughout the whole day I didn't eat anything, which is just my protein shake. You know, stuff like that, and coffee. I can't live without coffee, but I do. When I do take my coffee, I do take the premium protein instead of adding creamer or sugar. You know, like I said, I'll be posting up everything on my personal and on the steady mic. So my challenge is actually by the end of the year to probably, I think I'm at 255, go down to like 210 or even 220. I don't want to set the bar too high, but I don't know if he's joining me. I know this is the hardest times to do it, so this is the time that I want to do it. So I know it's a little bit off topic and I know all this, but it's something I really do want to try. And you know, if anybody wants to do it with us or just with me, you know, hit us up. I know we don't have that many followers, you know, but hopefully by the time we hit 100,000 followers, I might be at 180. You know, they want to know how I did it. You know, they'll see the person that I will say kind of inspired me to try to do this is actually, for all those people that know, he comes on 92.3 Lechero. This guy used to weigh like probably like 3 something. He's I think like a 200 or 180 the last time I see him. And he was actually pretty crazy. Like he's changed his his way to eat and stuff like that. But like I said, for me, it's not big changes of the way I eat. But whoever wants to try it, for my little bit of followers that we have, hit us up. Hit me up on messages if you wanna maybe tell me what are you doing that's helping you that might be able to help me, or even I could tell you what is helping me out, and back and forth help each other out. But that's the thing that I want to do.
I do have something to say. This is, I guess, more for motivation for us, hopefully for you guys, and to everyone that's watching. And this quote, I actually read it last night. It's a good quote. You can apply it to life, basically. To things that you want to do. Maybe you want to start, your YouTube channel, like we starting, gaming channel, a small business, online business, or whatever. But so you guys don't get too ahead and think, oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to do this kind of things. So here's a quote. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.
It's actually a pretty good quote.
So yeah, so that's it. So this guy's saying.
Sorry, I wanted to. This guy's talking about a quote, but I had a quote.
But yeah, definitely one of my favorite quotes right now. Because there's a lot of people that start something, and I know I'm one of them. Definitely sometimes don't finish what you want to do, because it's you hit a brick wall and don't know what to do next, or you're like, oh, I don't have any more money or time. You know what I mean? So definitely we start doing steps by steps, and baby steps.
Yeah.
Until you reach your goal.
That's talking about time. There was one, whoever doesn't know who he is, his name's Gary Vee. He talked about he actually has made me change the way I think, because
did you buy his book?
No.
I should buy it. It's a good book.
Why buy his book when everything's free on Instagram? But anyways, okay. So he actually said this, right? Because I used to
you gotta support Gary Vee.
Yeah, but he already making more money than we are, so he's supposed to support us. But anyways, there's this thing that he was talking about, right? Because when he says time, when he said time, that's what brought up my mind. He always used to say, I always used to say, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, I don't have time to work out. If people that know me before, I used to weigh 300 pounds. Of course, I'm a big difference of coming down from 300 to, at one point I was weighing 230. I used to wear a 3X, I was actually going to a 4X. Now I'm XL, borderline.
I think you were 2X.
I was, see, that's the thing though. See, you thought wrong. But
we were the same size at one point.
Yeah, we were. Now he's a bigger But anyways, yeah, so I used to say that all the time, and he talked about once, he's like, oh hey, for all those people that have a 9-to-5 job, think about it. He's like, the body only needs 6 hours to sleep. Oh, and I do a lot of this when I say 6 because where I work, that's a way, I think is a Chinese way to say 6.
What?
Like I used to it like this.
What?
Yeah, I know people go like that's cool or radical or whatever, but this means 6.
What about?
But
what about 7?
I don't know. But yeah. So he talked about. He's like, okay. He's like, he was telling people to sell on eBay, which I did for a little bit. I was like making money, but now competition is so high that it makes it too hard for me that I have a 9-to-5. So he talks about, he's like, the body only needs 6 hours of sleep. So the body only needs 6 hours of sleep, and you work a 9-to-5 job, so that's 8 hours. Is like, let's say 9 hours is going to home and stuff like that, and coming back to work and your lunch. So it's like, that's pretty much like 10 hours, right? So 10 hours plus 6 is 16. So that's already your sleep, and already you gone to work and stuff like that. He's like, let's say you have kids, you spend 2 hours with your kids. That makes it 18 hours total. He's like, there's 24 hours in the day. So there you have 6 hours left to do anything you want. So what's your excuse why you're not doing it? And ever since that, I implemented it into my life. And honestly, this is why I make time to do this now. I make time to work out, you know. I make time for my kids. I make time for everything. Because the fact that, you know, it's true. I always made up an excuse. Oh, I'm sitting down watching TV, you know, instead of me working out. Watching Netflix, you know, playing video games. You know, I play with my kids video games. I play Fortnite, stuff like that. So that's one of the things that I learned is never make an excuse when it comes to time, because there's 24 hours in a day, and they just break it down to me on how we have time for everything. So there's no excuse. So
yeah.
I found the quote. This is the guy that helped Will Smith work out with Ali, well, when the movie Ali. So Will Smith had to get that shape. So this is what he said. A lot of people think it's easy to diet, easy to train, and that is all about just looking good physically. To me, it's a deeper thing than that. Training consists with a strong mentally and being able to take on any challenge you're faced with. So for people to understand what my meaning is, you know, sometimes, like he says, sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like, oh shit, like, I can't do it. But when it gets harder, it's just know that it's gonna get easier after that. And that's how it's gotten for me. You know, I wake up every day when I started waking up again. But at 5 in the morning to work out, I work out outside and it's freezing cold. So, you know, and sometimes I do feel like giving up. Sometimes I don't work out. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, not today. But I always push myself the second time that I didn't work out just to do it. So, and sometimes it's not even about the appearance or, you know, as you see a lot of people that are like buffed or a lot of girls that are skinny. You know, it's not even about that. It's sometimes about your own health. Sometimes about, you know, sometimes when things get hard, doesn't mean you should give up. Actually, you should, you know, work at even harder as it is. So like, so just know that never just to pretty much never give up. As I know it sounds easier than done, but that's a big thing that we should be doing.
Yeah, I agree, bro. So just take it slowly and steps by steps. Do something that I guess you can be proud of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's easily, bro, to fall off.
Yeah, because it's easy to eat 6 empanadas right now, trust me. We have more in the back, but, you know, it's easy to eat them all, but it's even harder to say no, you know? So, you know, so that's what I'm saying, like, just for all, I know we've gone a little bit off topic than we usually do, but for all those people that make it seem, think it's hard, it's not. You know, like I always said, if he could do it, why I cannot, you know? When we were born, we all started at zero. We had muscle, but, you know, we didn't know nothing. You know, as we grew up, we learned, and we all started at zero. So, you know, there's nobody born with a 6-pack. There's nobody born with the mind of Einstein. So just we all learn as how we go. So just know that we all start at zero. So if somebody out there, this is doing something, never say, oh, wow, how can he do it and I can't.
Never say never, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to say it too. But
that was your quote long time ago. Well, not yours, but you stole it.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to say, you know. So hopefully this journey, actually for me, goes good. You know, like I said.
Well, I might join them because I kind of said I was, but.
You know, but so we're wrapping up episode 5. You know, so like I said, we'll be posting up our links for everything on our YouTube channel, Instagram channel. On our Instagram, we have our YouTube channel there on our bio. So follow us, give us a like. If you like it, give us a dislike. You know, do what you gotta do. You want to tell us off, you want to think we're stupid, whatever. Hey, any comments, good comment, you know. Any publicity is good publicity. So just let us know what you guys think, you know. And hopefully, little by little, we get to where we want. And another thing, you know, shout out, well not shout out, but happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We won't be able to make an episode next week, but happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We'll see you after Thanksgiving, and hopefully we don't.
We might have a few special guests.
Yeah, we are working on a lot of things. Having different guests. One of our guys that we used to go to high school with. He's doing his thing out there.
We got also Cash. I think hopefully we can wrap it up with them. And you talking about Little Bear?
Yeah, Little Bear. So. Shout out to Little Bear.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just we're trying to work on a lot of things. I know it's kind of hard to make a podcast. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was easy. I used to see all these people do it, but
it takes time.
Yeah, especially when we have full-time jobs, we have kids. We gotta find time. We gotta find a place to do it. I can do it at my place.
Well, we got a place, but it's
complicated.
Complicated. We have a lot of things to do.
But like I was telling him that you'll see us recording a lot out on the street, just because you wanna represent where we come from, Santa Ana. So we're gonna be doing different episodes in different places in Santa Ana. You'll see different backgrounds. Mainly 4th Street, but we might go to Santa Ana High School. That's what school we went to. We won't go to our hood because we probably wouldn't even make it out of there. But we'll make it outside the tower, the water tower of Santa Ana. No, it's not only Santa Ana though, but we would probably try to do that in Newport. Different places in Orange County. So don't think that just because we're doing that on the street is like, oh shit, like. So
low budget films.
Yeah, but but yeah, so just like I said, happy Thanksgiving. See you guys after that. Hopefully we do have better guests, and we have more guests, and we have other things in mind to do. So let us know how it is. Wrapping up episode 5. Peace.